working on the Mindset and Vitality Summer Set. And
Nice.
so, get websites, funnels, meetings, sponsorship, Ramon. I need to make a call to you.
Anytime, brother.
And man, trying to get the pod, not trying, working to get the podcast back up, the Leadership on Demand podcast. We're working, Ramon.
I believe it. And Tim, can I just tell you, man, I mean, you may have to jump, not jump off, but I know you got to get some work done, probably, I'm assuming. But I just want to tell you, TM, and again, everybody, we're live streaming across multiple platforms. My name is Ramon Ray. As we get ready to start a special episode of The Rundown with Ramon, TM, you just have amazing talent, brother. It's just, as I told you before, and I'll tell you again, one of my favorite hosts, just how you roll, how you lead rooms, how you host, the information you drop on us, how you do it. Thank you so much, Marilyn. It's beautiful, TM. So I just want to tell you that you are so appreciated, just how you roll. I could do a show with you all day. I couldn't, let me just, before I go on, TM, let me say one thing. I like Dr. Tangi. It's nothing personal about her. And I say it in front of her. But I would have to have you there because sometimes her health kick is too healthy for me and just bothers me. So
no donuts. Yeah. No donuts.
You know what I'm saying, TM. So I just want to say I love you, brother, and be blessed. And thank you for carrying the show, man. Good morning, everybody. My name is Ramon Ray. This is Breakfast with Champions, the special edition of the Rundown with Ramon, live streaming on Instagram, going across LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and more. And it's just so great to be here today. If you don't know me, Ramon Ray, starter of 5 companies, sold 5 books, and more. And we are here going live across multiple platforms to educate you, inspire you for the next hour. Been asked to do those of you on the BWC side. Our good friend Stephen Kuhn, he can't be here today due to some things he's doing today. And so I said I will step in and carry the show for the next hour. What's up, Dana on IG? What's up? It's Todd on IG. And I want to say, Mary Kim, always good seeing your smiling face. I know you've been here for a minute in this room, Mary Kim. Thanks for being here and just being a part of the experience. Marilyn Wilkham, leading BWC. Marilyn, thanks for being the producer and host and BWC mama extraordinaire. Tony, good morning. Wait a minute, which Tony's at? Hold on one second here. Which Tony's at? Let me click on the profile. Oh, that Tony? Okay, Tony's in the house too. Good to have you here, Dr. Jen. Good morning. Christina Howard, the host with the most, America's favorite warrior and mission-focused leader who loves young people. Dr. Jeannie, my friend, always brings it on the, I was going to say on the fleek, but like on the fly. I'm trying to say something uplifting, but sometimes my words get caught. But Dr. Jeannie knows it's all love, whatever I say. So good to have you here. Dr. Jeannie. You know what I'm saying, Dr. Jeannie? You try to uplift people and say different things, and then you get tongue-tied, and you end up messing up somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I'll take on the fleek, on the fly. Either way.
Thank you, Dr. Jeannie. Good to have you here. Nate, always good to see you here, brother. You are like my Clubhouse daddy in a little bit. You've been on Clubhouse so long, man. It's good seeing you here. Rocky, always bringing it, sharing her journey, being vulnerable and more. Always love what Rocky's doing. She has an event coming up. What's up, Chima? Good to have you here. Monty and Ryan and Mike and Sylvia and Kat and Jackie. What's up, Nurse Jackie? Tanya's here, River. And Saul Cito. Love how you show up every single day. We have a good episode in store for you today. And again, if you want to jump in, feel free to jump in. I'm going to go through a few things today for the first few minutes. But today we're going to talk about goals. We're going to talk about reaching your goals. And I promise you, if you allow this episode, this show to be like this for you, especially those of you who are able to engage with me live, I feel in my spirit that it's going to change your life. I thought about this yesterday, what I wanted to bring to you all today. And it's going to be engaging for one of you. And I'm going to get to the session today in a minute, but we are going to talk about goals. We're going to talk about where do you want to be today and how are you going to get there? We just heard a good segment with TM, America's favorite mentor, interspliced with Glenn Lundy, founder of this community, interspliced with Dr. Tangi and some others. Hey, what's up, Chiquita? Good to see you here on the IG side. Acros, good to see you here on the AG side. Headshots by Walter, good to see you here on the IG side. But we're going to talk about goals today. And I had a feeling to do it a certain way today, so it's going to get very hot in the room. If you're feeling hot, you may want to unbutton your button. Yes, even that button if you want. Unbutton your button, get a fan out, put the air conditioner on, because it will get hot. But before we do that, I wanted to talk about the news of the day today. I was just going through my browser. This is a live show. And I was going through that. I was saying it's so interesting, the headlines of the day. And then I'm going to pause. GOP senators see this. Click through another headline. We got 5 ways to do this. We make salads for a living. Of course, this is fine-tuned to me. Elon Musk says this, that, and the other. Biden says this, that, and the other. Jerry Seinfeld says this, that, and the other. Look at the New York Times headlines. High interest rates are hitting poor Americans the hardest. Going on and on. Michael Cohen, this, that, and the other. How to cook this, that, and the other. Tariffs are going to be raised on Chinese, this, that, and the other. Vladimir and Ukraine in the headlines in the news. On and on and on. We got congestion pricing being talked about in New York City. When you just look at the headlines, you either laugh or cry, get depressed or get happy. You got Senator Robert Menendez going on corruption trial. All kind of things going out. Then you look at the headlines of Fox News. It's just like, Trump all day long. You look at the headlines of MSNBC. It's also Trump all day long. Opposite side of the equation. And more. You look at the headlines of the Associated Press. You got protest in Tbilisi, Georgia. You got a little bit of Trump, Biden hiking terrorists, Russia again, Palestinians, Israelis, whistleblowers here and there. You got the Westminster Dog Show, a display of dogs and devotions, which I really don't care a darn about. So it's amazing as you just look at the headlines. And my first question today for my BWC crew, and again, no, I want to be clear. When Ramon does a show, if you wish to unmic and give feedback, you want to go into IG and get some chats in there, you're welcome to. But if you want to sit back and you want to enjoy and you're chilling, you are welcome and free to do that. I just want to be clear. But how many, and by the way, Pastor Jeff, he may have jumped. Okay, yeah. How many are headline lookers? Open your mic and just talking about that headline thing if you wish. And if not, I'm going to keep rolling. But I'm curious, how many, like when you do that new tab, the headlines do catch your eye? Anybody? Is that just me? All right. That could be just.
I am. This is Jeannie.
Go ahead, Dr. Jeannie, jump in.
And then I'll pick one or two of them to drill down.
Okay, please.
But yeah, I scroll to keep up with kind of what's going out there, but I don't want to read it all.
And why not? Talk to me about that. Why not, Dr. Jeannie?
I'm not just going to read the negative banter.
Got it.
I'm not going to spend my time doing that.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, let me ask you this, Dr. Jeannie. Then one follow-up. You got a minute for a follow-up question, Dr. Jeannie? Then I'm going to go on with my show. Just curious. I read the headline about Palestinian, Gaza, Trump, Michael Cohen, and then I see this headline, Westminster Dog Show. It seemed like so out of place. But have you ever been like a dog person, a Westminster person, a fancy dog person? Have you ever been in that world? Do you know what's going on there?
Oh, I'm definitely a dog person.
Okay,
I am not a fancy dog person or dog show person, though I did like that movie a long time ago. The something like that.
Yeah.
Dog Show was one of the funniest movies. But I'm not a fancy dog person, no. And the main reason I can't go with the fashion of the people who take those dogs around that ring. Yeah, there's no way.
The fashion is indeed very important. Let me hit another headline on you, Dr. Jeannie. K-pop fans around the world are doing this, that, and the other. Have you ever been a K-pop person? Do you even know what K-pop is? If you don't, I'll explain it.
I do know what K-pop is.
Talk to me.
I'm not a K-pop fan. I have a friend who is a K-pop fan. I don't understand it, but she travels to concerts everywhere and has friends that she's met all over the world. They probably look at Clubhouse like I look at K-pop.
Yeah, I mean, K-pop is a thing.
People.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know of K-pop, but I'm not a K-pop follower or fan.
Okay, I got the third question for you, Dr. Jeannie. How is Dr. Jeannie doing, by the way? See, you getting fans from IG already, Dr. Jeannie. People are just loving your share. So, Dr. Jeannie.
They are.
Yeah, they are. I'm looking at my feed right now. I got one more question for you, Dr. Jeannie.
They're becoming G-pop fans.
Yeah. That's good. And this is not politics aside. Headline says, Harris, as in Vice President Harris, utters a profanity and advice to blah, 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 blah. I find it very interesting. The higher up you go, how everything you do is overanalyzed. I've never hear a headline that said, Adam Smith uttered a curse word. I've never seen that headline. But when the VP or the higher up you go does something so innocuous, it makes headlines. What do you think about that, Dr. Jeannie, politics aside?
Well, I think when you are in those high positions, people are going to jump on any single thing. And I think it's just those things I ignore.
Yeah.
Because it's like, somebody's doing their job.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know what she said.
Yeah.
I didn't
profanity.
read it,
That's all. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, everybody's got stuff.
That's true.
If we were all written about every time we said something, we'd never get through the headlines.
Forget about it.
She dropped the F-bomb.
Oh yeah, she was talking about faith, and no, I know what you mean, TM. Yeah, no, that'll do it, TM. But it's amazing, right? TM, it's just ironic that VP, the headline got like that just because she's the VP. And again, politics aside, any person at that high level who did that would have been a headline. I just find it very ironic. What's up, Julie Loken? So,
yeah, I think it gets dropped a lot that it doesn't get written about. So I think, let's just keep doing our jobs.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Jeannie. All right, everybody. We're going to begin a new episode of The Rundown with Ramon. My name is Ramon Ray. This is Breakfast with Champions. Let's start the Rundown with Ramon. And today I want to talk about one particular topic, and then I'm going to pause, and I want y'all people's input. But when I knew I was going to do this episode today, I thought about one thing and one thing alone. I thought about goals. Now, we talk about goals quite a bit because we're in BWC's house with TM and all kind of amazing people here. Dr. Jeannie, for that matter, Julie, for that matter, and so many other amazing people. So we've talked about goals quite a bit over the past X number of years that we've been on Clubhouse. But it touched me today. And as TM said, as Glenn said, I think that's part of what's up, Nick Glazer. I think part of that is really because it is true. What we see in other people, we desire in ourselves, we see in ourselves. But I wanted to touch on goals because Ramon, at the age of 51, I'm on an exploratory phase of reaching my own goals. And I wanted to touch on that the next few minutes, and I'll pause again for some discussion, Q&A. Those on the IG side, feel free to pop in, put some commentary there. But the one question I wanted to ask is indeed, what are your goals? And I have several subpoints on this, but the main iterary question is, what are your goals? Where do you want to be? Now, it's intentionally a broad question. TM could say, well, Ramon, I want to get my landing page up by Friday. Hey, I got to get that up. That could be one goal TM says. Marilyn can say, hey, I want to expand my dog walking empire. It could be Julie saying, I want to expand and I want to write 4 more books. It could be my man, Nick Glazer, saying, well, in 10 years, I want to own my own personal development agency. Number of things could be our goal. So there's no judgment. There's no right or wrong on this. Nikki, no right or wrong on this. Rashid, Catherine, thanks for joining here on the IG side. But the number one question I want to ask is, what are your goals? And I want to talk about that a bit today for the next few minutes as we continue on with this discussion. What are your goals? And here's why. Because I find when you don't have goals, as many people don't have, and that's not okay per se, but no judgment here. But when you don't have goals, that means you're only in the other crowd, in my humble opinion. You're the follower crowd. You're just going on meandering with your sails tucked in on your ship, going by the waves of the sea, how it takes you. And for some people, that's okay. But for some people here today who are warriors, who are champions, you have goals. It's not enough just for you to wake up and be moved by the winds and the waves of the day. You have clear goals, places you want to be. And I have about 12 key points to walk us through today. Then we'll pause, but to talk about that. But I do want to pause right now and ask, and I want you to type it in the chat, or I want you to do it on the IG side, put it in the comment, or if you're watching this on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, whatever it is, I want you to ask yourself this, and I want you to proclaim it, and I'm curious, and I want to see this. I'm not looking at the BWC chat per se. I'm going to try that, but I don't want to hit a button there, and then the whole app closes down. But I'd like you to write out, type out, do it for yourself, even use a piece of paper if you need to. But I want to know, what is 1 or 2 or 3 goals you have? You can write 1, it's fine. It can be 1 word, it could be a sentence. But let's all take the time today, whether you're listening to the sound of my voice live or you're watching this 45 years from now. What are your goals? And everybody's goals are different. Somebody say, Ramon, my goal is just to lose 4 pounds by the end of this month. That's all I want to do, Ramon. That's it. That's all I want to do, Ramon. If I can lose 4 pounds this month, I'll be fine, Ramon. Others, you may say, my one goal is just to see my daughter graduate from high school this year, Tracy. Others of you could have goals and say, listen, I'm just starting on a business. If I could expand Leadership on Demand globally around the world into a $7.5 million company, Ramon, that's my goal. But what is your goal? What is your goal? And let me tell you why I'm saying this. G.A. Pimbleton says in the Clubhouse chat, to lead every person I meet today better than I found them. Add 288 vans to my fleet within 5 years. I love these goals coming on the BWC chat. Very specific goals, some of them. Add 298 rather vans to my fleet within 5 years. I love this. What are your goals? I'm going to take a side note, and I'm going to get back to the goals. But I wanted to share something going back to goals. My goals of the last few weeks and days have shifted a bit. And I don't know why. And I'm going to pause on that a minute. I'd love to get some input from some of you all, some help from you all. My goals at first were revenue focused. My retirement, as it were, as you get older in life, it's not where I want it to be. Far from where I need it to be. The recurring monthly revenue I have and other things in this immediate time is not where I want it to be. So I have some goals on that end. But over the last few bit of time, my goals have changed. And I know you hear me say, those of you who follow me on IG and see my stories every single morning, I'm telling you, for the most part, make a difference in the life of somebody else. And due to some experiences I've been a part of and some places I've been, I realize more clearly why I'm here on this earth. And Ramon Ray is here on this earth. And again, it's not for everybody. Oh, yeah, that's what I do too. Some people say that, but everybody has different goals and things. But I realize I'm here on this earth to indeed make an impact by being a cheerleader, an encourager, a supporter for other people. This is what I do very well. And I don't know if it's a goal, but I just wanted to share that with you and proclaim it myself publicly. It's a mission that I believe I'm here for, some things that I've been involved in, especially in my personal life in my church. I've been surrounded by some people who are some of the smartest people in the world. And I realized my one job, my one focus is to help uplift them. Thank you, TM. And I'm seeing that more and more. And I know we all do parts of this, but I'm saying this is impressed on me so strong you can't believe it. Let me even tell you how much it's going. It's impacting my speaking business. I've been asked to speak more and more places. And less am I able to speak about celebrity CEO. Less and less am I able to speak about branding. More and more, I'm sharing and inspiring other people and losing money at it because I'm not selling anything. But I realized, wait a minute, I'm going to be at a men's conference with 500 men, and they want me to speak about how I produce big events. How can I do that to 500 men when the men there may be cheating on their wives, struggling with addictions, suicidal, and more? No, the message that I have is to inspire them to be better men. And so I'm shifting even what I'm speaking about. I don't know if any of you are grabbing that and feeling that burning sometimes in your heart. I know TM is. I see that, brother. So my point is, I see that, Mary Kim. What's up, Dr. Jane Lacey? Good morning. So my point being is that this is something that's burning more and more in my heart, that at the age of 51, as I look at a new season of life, moving from that 20, 30 years old, you're just trying to make money. But 51 years old, it's a slightly different season there. You're a bit older, a bit more mature. I'm seeing that my goal, I see that, Marilyn, every single day, I'm more and more dialed in, thank you, Alloy on IG, and purposely focused. How can I make a difference? In fact, I hunt for it now, and I'm looking for it now. So the money that I make, the revenue that I make, the deals that I do, the relationships that I do, how can I turn it all to make the world a better place? Not that I didn't see it before. I'm going to come to a pause in a bit on the BWC side. Thank you, MSV. Relationship building. What's up, Trisha? But now I'm realizing, and I've known this before, if you know the spirit, I'm saying it, but it's amazing how my eyes seem to have been open even more widely, that there are people hurting in the world. And this is why I've struggled. This is why I've struggled talking about personal development. This is why I've struggled teaching the things that I know so well in business, because I wonder there could be a different calling for me to inspire and help and heal people that need a message that only I can give in the way I give it. So I didn't mean to bring this today, but this is what's on my heart, so I'm bringing it. And I'll get back into what your goals in a minute. But I want to pause here, especially I know the BWC side has ability to audio, but even if you're on IG and you want to put some comments in there as I pause, and again, to repeat, feel free to sit and relax and listen. I don't mind it. I only pause for your sake, because you never know, there could be that person who's burning and wants to speak. I'm going to pause here, BWC. Anybody want to unmic? And did that?
I do.
Talk to me.
Ramon.
Talk to me.
Mary Kim Farkas, I'm so proud of you. I don't know where you're at, but I know having those moments, and this moment that you're having and that you've been contemplating for a while is challenging, because it's changing what you've always believed to some degree to evolve. I see evolving, and I see you like growing. I'm your same age as you, so I get it, but it's so empowering and thank you for your vulnerability and transparency, because it's important for you to share that, because so many of us, we hold ourselves back because something comes into our lives and we're like, I really find this is where this is leading me. But outside of our own brain, people around us, our community may be like, wait, what are you doing? Now you're ruining your life, but you're not. You're actually expanding and evolving. It's amazing and powerful. So thank you, Ramon. Can't wait to see the evolution.
Mary Kim, thank you. And stay with me for a minute, Mary Kim, and let me see if we further are aligned in this. Is it correct, Mary Kim? And feel free to say no if it's not. Don't just agree to agree. But is it correct, Mary Kim, that you're lying awake at night wondering, how do I take care of Desi? Where will Desi be in 20 years? How do I got this bill that I got to pay. I got this obligation, this tangible thing on this earth that I have to deal with. Do you also think of that, Mary Kim?
Every second of every day. I'm a solo mom, and everything is a big decision for me, because it's not me just affecting my life.
That's right.
It's affecting my son's life. So yes, absolutely.
And then parallel to that, Mary Lynn, and then parallel to that, you have the burning desire to make an impact beyond. If I'm tracking what you're saying, because that's the dilemma, the good dilemma though, Mary Kim, I'm in. I need to take care of my family, my wife, my kids, and my daughter's getting married soon. I got rent, all the things, right? We got to do. But this burning desire that I believe the seeds put in me to impact the world and make it a better place. And I don't know if I want to live with Martha, with who's the lady with the Lungion Indian lady who changed the world and helped people in India, Mother Teresa. I don't know if I want to live Mother Teresa money. You know what I'm saying, Mary Kim? It's a conundrum.
Yes. But I believe you can have both. I really, truly believe when you lean into that calling that's yours, it comes. It may not come tomorrow, but I truly believe that it will come. And that abundance that you desire and you deserve will definitely come. So that's my belief.
I appreciate you so much, Mary Kim. We got time for one more. We got plenty of time, but I want to move on. But anybody else? Hey, talk to me.
Ramon, this is GA.
Hey, GA. Bring it. Send it, as Adam Smith would say. Talk to me, brother.
Brother, you are reading my mail. You parked in front of my house.
Come on now.
Blinkers on, brother. I promise you, my honey is ready to commit me.
Come on now.
You're speaking to how many people for free? Are you crazy?
I am.
She's looking at me like she's ready to commit me. I am right there with you, brother. I'm 52.
Come on.
And you have that burning in your gut. I have to make an impact. My footprint has got to be bigger. I've got to affect lives.
Yeah.
I get it, man. I'm right there with you, man.
Yeah. And can I just stay with me for a minute here, GA? I'm going to talk real talk to you, GA. Something that's happening this week. In a few hours, GA, I'll be in an Uber going to Sonoma, California to speak at a B2 SMB conference. The brands there are Verizon, Dell, Uber, and about 30, 40 other premier brands of the world, GA. They want me to speak about what they know Ramon speaks about, branding, small business, host it, and be the talent, the entertainer that I am, GA. But let me tell you how much that fire is burning, GA. All those people there I don't even see them as brand people. That's the sickness, GA. I see them as mothers, as fathers, as aunties, as uncles, as people hurting, as people divorced, as people married, as people abused, as people broken, as people healed, as humans. And so I have a job to do. I got to get up there and talk about business. But GA, my heart is burning because I have a message that's burning in my head like a gong that I want to bring something else. Do you feel what I'm saying, GA? I'll give another example, GA. Stay with me here. I'll be speaking at Toastmasters on Saturday. I don't know how many people will be there. Could be 5 people, could be hundreds. Big event. Dora Marie and others are going to be there. GA, they want Ramon the Town, the entertainer, to come, personal branding, all the stuff I do. I get it. People see that in me and I'm blessed. But GA, you know what I see? Hurting people, healed people, mothers and fathers, and abused people, and healed people, and trauma people that Dr. Jenny Lacey talks about. I see humans, GA, and I have a message I want to bring. And I feel torn, GA. Talk to me. That's how I feel.
Man, I feel it. You don't want to sell, you want to save.
Come on now. Come on.
You don't see the profits, you see the pain.
Come on now.
I feel you. You see people.
Yeah.
You don't see that profit. It's the possibilities, it's the opportunities, because behind all of the business, behind all of the branding, behind all of the trajectory of the P&L, you see people.
That's right, GA. GA, you and I got to connect, man. Shoot. GA, let me ask you a question, GA. Do you like strawberry donut, watermelon donuts, GA?
You know what? I've never had them.
GA, you know, a buddy of mine, he owns this little shack in Atlanta. I think if you and I got some watermelon donuts with this little buddy of mine, where's a shack? He has like a little tattoo on his left cheek. It says LOD. His left cheek, like his face cheek. Let me just be clear on that. So you and I should take this passion we have, and we should just get some watermelon donuts and head down to Atlanta, join forces with the Mr. Leadership on Demand himself, GA. What do you think about that?
Let's make it happen, man. Let's make it happen.
Where are you based at, GA?
I'm in Charleston, South Carolina.
Come on now.
5 hours from Atlanta.
East. We go vacation capital of the world, Charleston, South Carolina, to the strawberry watermelon donut capital of the world. Done.
Let's make that happen, man.
But then we're going to have to go through Myrtle Beach, too, because, Myrtle Beach got some people in there popping, doing some things in January. So we're going to see. All right. Listen, everybody. My name is Ramon Ray. Sounds like I'm all over the place, but I'm not. I'm just burning inside with a message. And we're going to bring it today. Good morning, IG. Good morning, Facebook. Good morning. Trisha, be nice now. That was a Freudian slip, Trisha. Don't get me in trouble. Next thing you know, this line go mute. And we go to another show. Appreciate you, Trisha. Let's get back to this. What are your goals? How will you reach your goals? I'll get back to that today. Clarity of goal is important. And this is something indeed that I do struggle with to a degree. I'm in a journey myself. And I say that because many of you, and I'm grateful being 51 and having done some cool things, been on stages with Gary Vaynerchuk, with Seth Godin, with Deepak Chopra, started 5 companies, several of them media companies, sold 3 companies. I have the receipts to prove it, as Amelia talks about. Done some cool things, and I will continue to do cool things. Been on stages around the world, interviewed all 5 Shark Tank sharks. So I've been blessed. I've done some dope stuff. Yes. And even with that, your boy Ramon Ray has his own struggles with really understanding what is his goals, what does he do best, and how will he get there. We got about 31 minutes to go. Please talk to me.
Ramon, this is Judith. How are you this
Judith,
morning?
the mic is yours. I am so well hearing your voice. It makes me even feel better. Mic is yours.
Well, thank you very much. I have a very clear goal, and I'm 62 years young, and I'm going to complete this goal, and I got fire in my heart, and I am wanting to join you for those watermelon donuts.
Come on, okay, Judith. This is 3 of us in the watermelon brigade. Judith, there is room. It's not me and GA just put another seat in, dear. We put another seat in the car. Yeah.
I just love the idea that we're all going to go have watermelon donuts with the famous leader of Leadership on Demand.
Okay, well, let me tell. Where are you based at, Judith? Where are you based at?
Rockford, Illinois, but I'll make my way to the East Coast.
Okay, well, I will be on stage with Magic Johnson and others. No joke. I'll be on stage at Magic Johnson. I can't find it. Sometime in June, I'll be in Atlanta. And Dr. Jeannie is in Atlanta. T.M. Hyman, America's favorite watermelon, is in Atlanta. So maybe me, you, and GA, really, we get together at the see TM's already it's proclaimed. I mean, you can't get bigger than Magic Johnson. Lamar Tyler will be there. There'll be about 1,000 people. I'll be speaking at Judith. So maybe we do a watermelon donut extravaganza around the time when I'm at ATL, or even if that time is not it, I can fly to Atlanta anytime. Atlanta's only a couple hours away from the vacation capital of the world. Judith, am I hearing what you're saying?
Well, I know that I'm going to be at the Leadership on Demand conference in July, so maybe we can have watermelon donuts before we jump out of that plane.
That's right. What's happening in July? What's it called again? What's it say? It's slow for me. It's called What's it called? Leadership?
Leadership on Demand.
That was too fast. Leadership on Demand conference by T.M. Hyman is happening in July.
July 19th, 20th, and 21st.
July 19th, 20th. Okay, let me May, June. July 19th.
It's an official
Go ahead.
BWC meetup. It's a BWC meetup for sure.
Okay.
We talked about it. That's one of our 4 for the year.
Okay. So I'll be in Nashville speaking at an event 20 and 21, but maybe I can slip on there, buy my ticket 19 July. Okay, Judah. So let's see if we can make this happen. Judah, let's see if we can make this. Let's see if we can make this happen. Let's see if we can make this happen, Judith. Anything else you want to add, Judith?
If you're in Nashville, we'll pick you up, Ramon.
Oh, Nashville's not far from. I don't know the map. I thought it was like Nashville's in Canada. Well, Nashville and Georgia are kind of close.
About 3.5 hours.
That's not bad. Okay, Dr. Jeannie, this is a thing. Maybe then I go to Georgia first, seriously, and then do my event in Nashville. Something like that, maybe. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Jeannie. Thank you. Go ahead, Judith. Mike's yours, please.
I just want you to know that I'm going to accomplish my goal, and it's with TM, and he's on my journey with me. So I am really excited about putting all the numbers together and working it. And I wanted to thank you too for giving me the shout out about multiple funding and those
You're
people
welcome.
there, because they really helped me. So
Good. Multi-funding, my boy, Ami Kosser, multi-funding. If you're looking for funding for your business, Ami Kosser, multi-funding. Let them know Ramon Ray sent you. And Judith, another question. Does TM pay you to say nice things about him? I'm not, there's no shade to TM. Nice guy. I'm not, it's just kind of uncomfortable. I know maybe for you and him, talk about your personal business. But does TM pay you to say nice things about him? Is he, you know what I'm saying? Like, just tell me. You can just between us.
No, he pays me with his time.
But I mean, he don't like cut you a check every time you say something nice about him.
No, it comes from the heart.
Okay, because like so many people, Judith, it's kind of annoying. Oh my God, I'm taking Tita's Leadership on Demand. Rock, you can't shut her up about it. It's a little annoying. So I just wondered, does he like have a book? He pays people, or he gives a watermelon donut? TM, really, TM. It's annoying, man. Really, it's like enough, TM. Unmike, brother. I'm saying it's just that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to understand.
Watermelon donuts.
Yeah, I can't just there's a scam. TM, there's a scam happening somewhere. I'm just trying to figure out what it is.
There's a scam happening.
I gotta find the TM. Like something's going on, man. All right, everybody. This is
There's a song, Watermelon Sugar High. I'm gonna get it remixed to Watermelon Donut High.
Okay.
So I'll be back with that next week as our theme song. Instead of Rise and Grind, we'll just be listening to Watermelon Donut High.
Let's go, Mary Lynn. Watermelon Donut High. I'll take it. If anybody knows these songs that she says are popular, it's Mary Lynn. Y'all remember Mary Lynn? You're the one who y'all don't know, Johnny or Becky or Susu from the So Brothers. I'm like, nah, I never heard of them. Y'all don't know. So Mary Lynn's, she got her pop culture inside her. Everybody, again, good morning. My name is Ramon Ray. This is Breakfast with Champions. We're here having a good time as we go highs and lows, tears and laughs, and all the things. Let me jump into more points here on reaching your goals. We have about 25 minutes to go. Wow, time goes so fast when you're having a good time. And again, hello, good morning. Izzy in pictures from IG. Lynn Actual is here from IG, and others are joining across the spectrum. So what are your goals and how will you reach them is the operable word of the day. Let's dive into it. Are your goals high enough? This is one question I want you to ask. I want you to sit back and reflect. Are your goals high enough? Now, height is in context, of course. Somebody's trying to do 20 pull-ups and they've never done any. I would dare say the goal at that stage in that season for that step is too high. And you should set it lower because you'll just end up disappointing yourself. And what's up, Angeline Moore? Good morning, Queen. Are your goals set right? What's up, Julie Loken again? Good morning. If it's too high, that you will not reach. If it's too low, you will not get the desired effect. When I do my pull-ups and I do 2 or 3, I don't feel much. But when I push myself and I hit 16, I hit 17 on the path to 20 pull-ups and more, that's when I feel my core on a good fire. So ask yourselves, what are your goals and how will you reach them? I'm around many people who want to speak, want to be at another level in their speaking career. And people often ask me about speaking. It's hard for me to do that. One, because I'm not a natural teacher in that way and in one respect. So it's a bit hard for me. And I just say, keep speaking. Show up over and over and over and over and over again. As you're thinking of your goals, I want you to ask yourself, who is around you? As many of you know, I'm in a program with Lamar Tyler called Traffic, Sales, and Profit. It's about $30,000 a year. When I pay that money, it's a bit of a bite for me. It's a high bar. It's not for everybody. But I'm telling you this much. He has changed the floor of which I speak. He's changed the ceiling of which I see. Many of us talk about 6-figure salaries, 6-figure businesses. I get it. That's an important role in America with our, where our cost of living is at. I get 6 figures is important. I get it. But then again, you wonder, what does 6 figures mean? $999,000 plus $1, or does it mean 800,000? So 6 figures even in itself is a built-in lie. But he's getting us to see maybe we're all not destined for 6 figures. Maybe the new norm should be, how do I build $1 million total gross revenue business so I can pay myself more, so I can hire more people, so I can even make a greater impact on people with the money that I earn. Maybe 6 figures should no longer be the norm for many of us. And I say that because it lends to the question, who is around you? Why am I trying to be and am around Brian Hess more and more, who has built several and is building multiple million businesses? Why am I around Scott Simons? Why am I around Glenn Lundy, as TM was with him just a few days ago at Glenn Lundy's event? Why are we around these people in our lives? Why? Because we see that we need to set the floor different in what we're doing. Mediocrity is not going to get you to reach the goals you want of having 298, I believe it was, vans in a business. Mediocrity won't cut it. Won't cut it. It just won't cut it. So you need to ask yourself, who was around you? What are you listening to? Not just who you're serving, because who you're serving sees something in you, as TM talked about amplifying from Glenn today, sees something in you. You need to be around people that you see something in, that challenge you to success, Brandy, that challenge you to more, Tricia, that challenge you to more. Next thing you're going to have to do is ask yourself, what sacrifices are you willing to make? The first event I did that some of you were at, out of COVID, out of the pandemic, 6 years away from that, my last event was. This last event was very costly. It was an investment. Oh, Ramon, you had a great event, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, the awards I handed out came from one place, Amex, American Express. But let me tell you the vision I have. As I'm already planning 2025 Zone of Genius Conference and Awards, you won't believe the people I already have reaching out to me about the event, and it's a year away. I'll give you one sneak peek. We've confirmed the head of Calendly's marketing at this conference. To me, that's a big deal. And that person is the lowest person I'm aiming for. So what risks, what goals, what things are you seeking to do to get to where you want to be? What sacrifices are you willing to be? I will be eternally grateful that Dr. Janie Lacey said yes to me and showed up, made her own investment to come to my event. I will never, ever forget it. I will never forget Dr. Jeannie Snyder. Nothing in it for her from being asked initially. She said yes. And if she would have said no, I can't do it, we would still be friends. But I'll never forget Dr. Jeannie Snyder saying yes. I'll never forget Daryl Stinson, multiple TEDx'ers saying, Ramon, yes. And him and I are not even as close as me and Dr. Jenny Lacey or me and Dr. Jeannie are. Daryl Stinson, I know each other from afar, but I said, yo, dude, I love you there. Your cachet is popping. Could you be there? And we had talked about a year earlier, same as I did for Dr. Janie and Dr. Jeannie. If they couldn't have made it, had chance to change plans, no problem. I get it. But he said, yeah, I'll be there. And closer to it, he's like, Ramon, so what am I doing again? I'm like, really, dude, I don't know. But I gave him an out as well as Dr. Janie and Dr. Jeannie would know in the email exchange I sent. Dude, listen, I get it if you can't do it because there's no money here. I don't even know what I'm getting into. Can't promise you much. He's like, no, I got you. I'll be there. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget Shay Brown. All y'all see those photos in the G Drive? If you haven't seen those, let me know. Those photos are popping, people. Those are masterpieces, the photos that Shay Brown sent, 800 and something photos. Capturing TM with a bit of sweat dripping down his cheek, shaking Glenn Lundy's hand.
I need to see those, Ramon. I haven't seen them.
Oh, yeah. If you buy go to leadershiponpause.com/picks. $4.99 each. That's $499. No, I'll send it to you, bro. No problem. Let me know. Remind me after this. I'll email a DM it to you. Or if anybody has that G Drive link, just send that to my boy TM for sure. So my point is, talk about risk. And part of that, what I'm getting at is the risk to make the ask. The risk to ask for a favor. And as a side note, let me be very clear on something, just a side note. Again, I'm just teaching how I roll. But I want to do pause on that and ask others about this too. We all need to make a living. Christina Howard needs to make a living. Rocky needs to make a living. Gia needs to make a living. Angeline Moore needs to make a living. We all need to make money, make a living. We know this. We got just the basic bills to make, notwithstanding our value and time, right? And all those kind of things. But a side note about what are your goals? I had a goal. I needed something I needed to do. I didn't have all the resources in place to do it. So I had to make an ask. I had to ask for a favor, not as a subservient way like that, but with head raised, shoulders up. Hey, can you do this for me? I don't have any money to give you. There's no budget. There's no money. I'm not a big brand. But let's consider this a barter. So I want to pause on that. Anybody opinions on that? Just the aspect, the kind of tender thing of saying, hey, Tony, can you do this? Hey, Rocky, I don't have any money, but even going so far, Rocky, can you spend an hour with me to teach me IG? Is that cool? Not cool? I have some strong opinions on that. But what do you professionals say when people ask you either pick your brain, a favor? Can you help me with this? Can you invest your own time or money to do something? I'd like your opinion. Anybody wants to just unmic and give an opinion on how you handle or what you think about people asking for a favor or asking for something. Anybody?
For me, yeah, go ahead, Rocky.
Rocky and the TM. Go ahead, Rocky. Jump in. Talk to me.
Yeah, so I actually love when people pick my brain because I get to show my expertise. It's just the questions after that. Like if you pick my brain and ask one question and then it continues, then I'll have to book you for a call. But initially, if you need some help, I don't mind helping anybody.
I love that. So starting there and they come right at it and say, listen, Rocky. And now, Rocky, I'm curious, do they have to say per se, listen, I really don't have the money, Rocky, at all, but could you spend 10 minutes with me? That you're saying, or even money or not, all day long, you need a few minutes? I got you. Just curious. how you roll, Rocky, and there's no right or wrong. Just curious how you roll with that.
Yeah. So how I roll is I'm even more helpful when they say they don't have the money right now, because I'll help them out as much as possible. But again, afterwards, if it goes towards like booking real strategy or you're going to make some money from it, then I got to charge you.
Got it. Absolutely. I hear you on that. TM, talk to me.
Yeah, man, listen, I live a create value first lifestyle, right? And so anywhere I go, I'm trying to add value to people, places, and things. But I think there's a limit, right? I have no problem sharing. We share and give on this app often. But when it comes to execution, I think then it comes, for me, it's about relationship, right? If I have someone who's trying to solve a problem and I have a relationship, not only will I give the gems, but I'll help you to execute, right? Because you've poured into me, it's reciprocal. We can create a win-win situation. I'm with it. But going down that execution path, for me, it's totally dependent upon relationship and my experience with that individual. I give a lot, but I also measure one's ability to execute because I don't have time to waste.
TM, I'm with you on that. And I think I'll say one thing on that, and then we'll have time for more on this. Anybody wants to jump in? I think there's a few different buckets, TM, and I'm guessing that all of us would agree on this to some degree. Rocky kind of said it herself, but we all roll a bit different. I think there are friends who we have friends either in business or friends really like friends. You see them every day, they're in your church, whatever. That's a whole nother category, by the way. Friends, you see them all the time and you're close friends you with. Then you're the business friends, as many of us are here, business, as we're associate friends. Me and TM, we don't see each other, maybe once a year or less, but we friends as it were in this relationship here. Me and Dr. Jeannie, many others here. I can go down the list. That I will probably go to great lengths for anyone in that category. I think that's one category that just transcends a lot. That's just your listen. Are you free, available? Can you do me a solid? Can you help me out here? Done and done. That's number one. Number two, in my humble opinion, even with friends, how can I add value? As TM said, I know it takes Rocky time. I know it takes Dr. Jeannie time. I know it takes Julie Loken time. I know it takes Angeline more time. So even though I can ask Angeline, can you do me a solid? Help me with the CRM thing, whatever it is, and things she's doing in life. Can you help me with this? She'll probably say yes, but it's still cognizant to me. Number two, how do I make sure I add value? Not, I'll give this back to you in that way, but I think it's the kindness to do. Let me make sure at least I blow up her brand. Let me make sure I at least shout them out to show some appreciation that I know this, I value what we're doing. So I think that's number two. I think number three, then it depends on the opportunity available. Rocky's having a big event with 4,000 people at the International IG by Rocky Summit, and Barack Obama, Donald Trump, and Tony Robbins is coming. And she's like, Ramon, can you? Yeah, yes. Before she finishes the can you at her mouth, I'm there. Can I come and be on stage? Yeah. That's opportunistically, selfishly for me. Yes. Now, some people at a certain height would say, no, Rock, you got to pay me, but you get what I mean. That's a third level where there's something directly in it for me. I'm begging to be on the stage. Say less. Yes. So I just wanted to add that, some things are opportunistic where maybe there's no direct money, but like all day, this is complete value add. And I think what you said, TM, I'll just underline as well, somebody like who I can now say, my friend Seth Godin. I built up trust over the years, and I didn't catch it. He said this many times about me, TM, and others who are listening here. Everybody, I'm talking to everybody here, not just TM, but he said this before, and I didn't catch it totally. Somebody at Seth Godin's level, maybe he's not as well known as Tony Robbins, but Seth Godin is ninja. He's friends with Simon Sinek, and any author who's authored millions of books, Seth Godin knows him. And he said this many times about me before, but I didn't catch it quite until he said it on stage about me at my event. He said, Ramon has never hustled me. And I'm guessing at his level, people have hustled him quite a bit. Let me give you an example. I had an event with Seth Godin at FIT. This is a nonprofit event, no business leaders. We didn't charge. Seth Godin says, I'll kind of put this in my bucket of my doing good and helping students. But we were very clear. He was asking, there's no business owners. This is not sale. It's all students, all for the greater good. I said, yes. But I bet others would have used that event and said, great, Seth Godin's there. Let me fill the back of the room with 20 of my mastermind clients and get them to pay me $20K. See, now you just broke the relationship and you did something that wasn't right. That's not cool. That's not cool. So I think that's the kind of thing that some people at that level are used to of how they can, do something negative there. So anybody else on that before we move on? We got about 10 minutes to go. Anybody else on that before we move forward? Let me just pause a minute here.
I was just going to say, it's ironic. It's Mary Lynn.
Mhm.
I don't mind being asked favors, but I'm always hesitant to ask favors. And so I think if we put the shoe on the other foot, it's like, why would we be afraid to ask somebody a favor? You know, if, again, we add value and all the things we talked about, when it's okay if you come to me with a favor. So just something to keep in mind.
And I think, Marilyn, another thing that's important, and again, help me say this properly, Marilyn, help me say this right. We're all equal. But here's what I'm trying to say, Marilyn, is that I think when people of equal parity are asking favors of each other, that's different also than people that have earned stripes differently from each other. So here's an example. I mean, TM Hyman calling me up and asking me, yo, bro, can you come to my event? Do this, that, the other. Me asking Dr. Jeannie, can you come to my event? You know, whatever it may be. Many people on the stage doing things. You know, Dr. Jeannie Lacey's been on TV and do kind of things. She's far ahead of me what I'm doing, but let's put her in that category. You know, I've been on TV and all that. So you got people who are bros and sisters, whatever, doing stuff together. You see what I'm saying, Mary Lynn? But then I've also been in places, Mary Lynn, people have asked me, and so I need you to help me say this right, Mary Lynn, because I want to say it respectfully. But it's like you having two people in a donut shop. And I've been asked, Ramon, can you fly to my event? I'll give you an example, Mary Lynn, this lady, and I'll give you the exact example. You know, Mary Lynn, I have nothing against church. I'm a dedicated, committed Christian. She said, I'm having a meeting on my Bible study. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. Meeting in my Bible study in my church. I said, where's your church at? You know, it's here and here. Where's the venue at? Question I asked. She's in the basement. I said, you have audio? No. How many people are coming? 5. She said, can you come and pour into us? Now, Mary Lynn, I don't know the lady. She knew me briefly. But she wanted Ramon to fly for no money and pour into the 5 people in the basement of her church. I nicely declined, Mary Lynn. I just couldn't see it. So that wasn't a parity of ask. Mary Lynn, help me say that better if you understand what I'm trying to say, the parity of the ask.
Parallel stations, maybe, would be a way to barter instead of just not making it make sense. I don't know, Ramon, that's a good one. But
you get my point, right?
Yeah,
you know, like Tony Robbins and TD Jakes. Yo, bro, can you fly to my $5 billion event? I'll fly to you. Yeah, we roll together, no problem. But Ramon can't ask TD Jakes to come to his event just to hang out with him. One, I don't know TD. You know what I mean? It's just not parity. So anybody else have a comment on that? Help me.
Well, Ramon, you could ask, brother. You could ask because people ask all the time.
True.
Now, is it a realistic ask? Guess what? It's subjective. It's subjective. Even the lady who only had 5 people, right, who wanted you to come, she was so serious. Because it's hard for us to see, right, and respect where people are. We only focus on what we want. What Mary Lynn just said is important. Like the parallel, right? It's like if you only have 2 followers on Instagram, right? If you only have 2 followers, you are not the same as someone with 10,000 followers. Right. You're not the same. But I think in this world, right, we'll say, well, I'm equal. I don't care about your followers. Your followers don't make you more important than me. Well, you might be right? But I think when it comes to Ramon, you said, Seth Golden said, you've never hustled him. I listened. But what he also said was because you've never hustled him, he would do anything that you asked him to do. See, to hustle someone is not just to try to get over, right, with a lot of money. Sometimes the hustle is the fact that you're trying to get us to pour in a lot of value for no money. That also is a hustle, right? And so because it comes down to don't take advantage of me. And I think a lot of times, Ramon, we only do what people allow us to do because we say yes to the 5 members at the church because we don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. We don't want to seem as if we're better than anybody, right? So we will pay. 2023 and the event that I'm participating in this weekend, right, are all events that I'm pouring into. I'm paying, right, to be a part of events that I support. And I do that for people. But I think we've got to, Ramon, be more aware, right, of where we are and respecting people's time and resources. Because if you don't have something that's going to also create a win for the person you're asking, win-win, I don't think it's fair. And I think I hear way too many circumstances that do not include me because I know how to say no, right? Just like I know how to say yes. I think there's way too many situations where people are being taken advantage of. People know it, but we don't know how to say no. Back to you.
Tim, I love that. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on 1 second. I'm getting a call. Yep. What's up, Betty? Yeah. No, I'm not available. Yeah. Oh, it's 2 people, not 5 people in the church? Oh, no, I got a speaker for you. Yeah. No. You in Seattle? Oh, yeah, hold on 1 second, Christine. Yeah. You in Seattle? Yeah. No, TM's in Atlanta. You know, 6-hour flight. Yeah, he'll come. No, he'll buy his own ticket. Yeah. You need him there for 4-day clinic? Yeah, he'll buy his own hotel. Yeah.
Tell Betty no, Ramon.
Yeah.
Tell Betty no.
And he just told me yes. Yeah, he just told me. Yeah. He said he'd love to. In fact, he'll be there 2 days early. Yes. No air conditioning needed. Yeah. Thank you, Betty. Yeah, his number. Oh, yeah. 201-437-8400. Yeah, leader. 1-800-leadership on demand. Yeah. I'm faxing the. Yeah, thank you, Betty. Okay, yeah, he'll be there. Yeah, it's TM Hyman. Yeah.
Ramon, can I chime in real quick, please?
Go for it. You got it, Tina. Then Christina. I think whoever said that. Go ahead. Let's go. Jump in.
Really quick, I had a similar situation where someone asked me to fly somewhere to speak, not what TM's talking about. And pretty much I declined because it was too far. But then they wanted me to donate to pay for balloons. And I just said, well, let's have a conversation, right? Like, how is this going down? They had sold like 5 tickets. And I said, let's bring this to the table and help them out. So I decided to help her out in regards to what she needs to do for the next time. So I think we can support them with how to run an event or how to do something. So that's what I did in that.
And Tina, for sure. And that's why I say, Tina, you're right. It's all in context. Okay, there was 1 or 2 others. Say your name. Just say your name real quick.
Christina.
Hey, what's up, Christina Howard?
Hey, good morning. Hey, I had to jump in. I couldn't jump in earlier. I wanted to, but I couldn't, and I still have some background noise.
It's all good. We hear you good.
Going back to what you were asking, should people do events without getting paid? You know what? I've asked every single host that I've asked in the BWC, and others to come speak at the Youth Summit. You all have said yes. Not only yes, but you all come every single year at your own expense. No, I don't have the money to pay you all. No, but you all show up and you come and you add value. And for that, I'm forever grateful. And Ramon have even committed to coming every single year. And I think TM have too, but I'm forever grateful. So thank you all so much. And look, it's going up from here. It's going up. Every year is going to get better. Every year will be better. And so thank you all so much for the support. I appreciate you all so much.
And Christina, stay with me. Let me explain to you about the Inspiring Youth on a Mission to Success Summit, which takes place in January. And by the way, it's even better than Ramon saying yes, Tina. I leave Lamar Tyler's event where I paid $30,000 a year. I leave his event in Atlanta and go to Myrtle Beach. Yes. I leave. But let me explain to you, Christina, about your event as we get ready to transition here to Amelia Antonetti. What you're building, Christina, fits also within the parameters of what we just said. So let me explain to you, Christina. 1, you provide intense value. As Seth Godin has said about me, I feel the exact same way about you, Christina. There's something special about you, about your family, about your hubby who's there, the people around you. How you showed up here over and over and over again. And we all show up, but we all roll different with each other. You feel what I'm saying? So that's 1, Christina. It starts with you. How you show up consistently, how you serve consistently. The only answer from Ramon, if I can, by God's grace, will always be yes. Number 2, speaking selfishly, Christina, make no mistake about it. Your event, bringing together the young people, is in line with what I want to do in my philanthropic or business goals, Christina. Understand that. So I need your event to be a success so I can partner with you, somebody who I trust and want to work with, to fulfill my mission selfishly to inspire the world and reach young people. That's number 2. Number 3, what you're creating, Christina, is something that is FOMOable, fear of missing outable. The people coming, seeing Rocky, seeing TM, seeing others who've been there, Tina, and others I can mention who've been there. It makes it something that we all may want to attend. Everybody may not, you get what I mean, but all. So it's not a, thing like that. So I just wanted to add that. Everybody listen, my name is Ramon Ray. This is Breakfast with Champions. I want you to buckle up. Put your seat belts on. I want you to put on your behavior helmets. I want you to wipe the crumbs off your face, the watermelon donuts that TM has fed us all for the past 6 hours. You are in for the ride of your life. Open up your minds. Open up your hearts. Get ready to be transformed. Stop whining about your mama. Stop whining about your daddy. Stop saying people what you can't do. It's all in your behaviors, and the number one person in the world who can help you do that is my friend, our girl, Amelia Antonetti. The mic, my friend, my queen, is yours. Take it away.
Oh, I just need you to follow me around every single day to give me that little pump up.